Hi, I'm Melissa. Welcome to Gentle Yoga and Wellness. Each week, I post 3 new yoga videos, so please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Today, I have a chair yoga class for seniors. For this class, you'll want a strong, sturdy chair without any arms. You want room on the side of your chair to move your arms. So find a chair that's strong and supportive without any arms. All right, let's get started. Once you're sitting in your chair, I want you to scoot up just a little bit, enough that your back is not touching the back of the chair. So you want to engage your abdominals, to lift your chest. Gently roll your shoulder blades back and sit up tall in your chair. Begin to take both of your hands behind your head. Take your elbows out as wide as it's comfortable for you. On your next inhale, start to open your chest and take your gaze slightly up. As you exhale, round your back and bring your elbows together. We'll do that again. Inhale. Open through your chest, broaden your elbows. Exhale, bring your elbows together, round your back. We're going to continue this movement with our breath. Deep breath in. And then exhale, slowly release. Good. Inhale, really think about opening through your chest. Exhale, gently round through the back. Do that a couple more times. Deep breath in. Exhale and release. Once more, inhale. And then exhale, let it go. Nice job. You can relax your hands and place them down on top of your thighs. Take your feet about as wide as the legs of your chair, so about hip distance apart. We're going to march out our legs one at a time. So it looks like this. You can start with your right foot. Just gently begin to pick it up off the mat. Come to the left side. Pick your left foot up off the mat. We'll do that again, just alternating sides. From right to left. We're starting to warm up through the feet and the legs. If you'd like a little bit more support here, you're welcome to grab onto the bottom of your chair as you continue marching your legs out one at a time. It'll just give you a little bit of support here. Good. Remember, we're sitting up tall, so you want to stay lifted in your chest. Think about lengthening through the crown of your head. All right, I'm starting to feel my legs warm up. How about you? Yeah? Okay, let's do one more on each side. And then right here, you can just plant your feet down to the earth. And just again, take your feet about as wide as the legs of your chair, about hip distance apart. From here, you can relax your hands on top of your thighs. Slowly bring your gaze over to the right. So begin to turn your head and take your gaze over to the right. Once you're ready, begin to rotate your head and bring your gaze over to the left. We'll do that once more on each side. So begin to look over towards your right shoulder. And then begin to move your head and come to look over your left shoulder. Great job. Bring your gaze back to center. From here, we're coming into a seated spinal twist. So it looks like this. You can take your right hand and just grab onto the underside of your chair. So you can grab underneath your chair, or If it's more comfortable for you, grab onto the leg of your chair. Either option is great. Begin to take your left hand and place it on the outside of your right thigh. Sit up tall, and then begin to rotate from your waist. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. So we just started by warming up through the neck. Now we're coming a little bit deeper into this twist. So just pause here for a moment. Focus on your breath. Think about slowing down and elongating your breath as you breathe in and out. Great job. Let's take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly return to center. Bring your hands back down to your thighs. From here, we're going to do some wrist circles. So you can take your hands up and start to rotate your hands in one direction. It doesn't matter which direction. We'll go the opposite way here in a moment. We're just starting to gently warm up through the wrists and the hands. Good. Let's do that once more and then pause here at the top. We'll go the opposite direction now. So start to move your hands in the opposite direction. You can just take this at your own pace. Again, starting to warm up through the hands and the wrists. Great job. Let's do that one more time. And then relax your hands down. We'll come to seated spinal twist now on the opposite side. So you can take your left hand this time either underneath your chair, or you're welcome to grab onto a leg of your chair. Either option is great. Take your right hand and place it on the outside of your left thigh. Sit up tall. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Then slowly begin to rotate from your waist and take your gaze towards your left shoulder. So just coming now on the opposite side into the seated twist. And again, I want you to become aware of your breath. Notice the sensation of your breath in your body. Start to think about slowing down and expanding your breath as you breathe in and out. Let's take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly rotate and return to center. You're doing great. Let's go ahead and take our arms up to a 90-degree angle. So bend your elbows. I call these robot arms. So come into your robot arms. And I'm going to show you a couple different options here. The first option is eagle arms. So for eagle arms, take your right arm underneath your left arm. Wrap your arms around and place the palms of your hands together. Good. If this is not comfortable for your body, you can unwind your arms and then just push the palms of your hands together. If your elbows are not coming together, you can leave them out. So a couple options there. You can either do the eagle arms. You can place the palms of your hands together with the elbows together, or leave the elbows out wide. All right, pick the option that's comfortable for your body. And from here, we're gonna flow with our breath. So begin to lift your elbows up to the sky. Take your gaze up. As you exhale, hinge forward, take your gaze down. We'll do that again. Inhale, lift the elbows, gaze comes up. exhale, slowly begin to hinge forward. Bring your gaze down to the earth. Let's do that 2 more times. Deep breath in, lift the elbows. Exhale, slowly begin to hinge forward. Once more, long, slow inhale. And exhale, slowly release. Good, let's come back to center. You can unwrap your arms and just take your hands down to your thighs for a moment. We're gonna do a few shoulder shrugs here to release from that stretch. So begin to take your shoulders up, back, and down. And then do that again. Take your shoulders up, back, and down. And just continue this movement. So we're making a circular motion with our shoulders. Remember, we're just moving nice and slow. There's no rush here. We're just allowing our muscles to begin to relax and release. That's how we increase the flexibility in our body. Not by forcing it, by just relaxing into the movement. Nice. Let's do that one more time. So take your shoulders up, back, and down. And you can just relax your shoulders here and sit up tall. And we're gonna come into that eagle arm flow now on the opposite side. So take a moment, bend your elbows at a 90-degree angle, right? So those robot arms. And then just as we did before, you can either take the palms of your hands together with the elbows together, take the elbows out wide, or you can come into the full eagle arm variation. If you want to do the eagle arms, this time you'll take your left hand, take your left arm underneath the right arm, wrap your arms together and place the palms of your hands together. Okay, once you're in position, we're going to start to flow here with our breath. So just as we did before, take an inhale, lift the elbows, take the gaze up. As you exhale, lower the elbows, hinge forward and take your gaze down. Inhale, begin to lift the arms, look up towards the sky. Exhale, slowly begin to hinge forward, relax your head down. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, slowly begin to hinge forward. We'll do that one more time. Deep breath in. And exhale, slowly begin to release. Good, you can come back to center. Unwrap your arms and place your hands on your thighs. Gently roll the shoulders back and sit up tall. We'll do several rounds of shoulder shrugs once again. So begin to take the shoulders up, back, and down. And then do that again. Take the shoulders up, back, and down. Just continue this movement. Go at your own pace. You don't have to go at the pace that I'm moving. You move at a pace that's good for you. Good. I can start to feel my shoulders relaxing and releasing. It's a nice feeling to feel the muscles start to let go of tension and tightness. Let's do that once more. Take the shoulders up, back, and down. Good. You can relax your shoulders, sit up tall. From here, extend your right hand out to the side. Flex the palm of your right hand. Take your left hand on top of your head. Very gently pull your head to the side. We're coming into a gentle neck stretch here. So in this stretch, you should feel a stretch in the neck and the upper traps. So very, very gently putting a teeny bit of pressure on my head, but I'm not cranking my head at all because we want to be careful when we're working with the neck. Let's take a few deep breaths in here. Great, let's take one more inhale. And then exhale, slowly release. You can relax your arms to the sides of your body. From here, grab onto the bottom of your chair. So you can just grab onto your chair and also grab onto the legs of your chair if that feels more comfortable for you. Take your legs a little bit wider than the legs of your chair. So you're coming a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Scoot forward on your chair. So I want you to scoot your hips up just a little bit. And then once you're in this position, we'll start to sway our legs from side to side. So it looks like this. You can start to sway both of your legs over to the right, and then slowly begin to sway both of your legs over to the left. And then we'll do that again. Sway both of your legs over to the right, and then start to move both of your legs over to the left. So let's continue this movement. Again, going at your own pace. So find your own rhythm here, a pace that feels good for your body today. Good. We're starting to warm up through the inner thighs and the hips. You got it. Let's do that once more on each side. And then once you've completed that round, you can just pause here. Start to step your feet a little bit closer so they're about as wide as your chair. You can scoot your hips back. But remember, we're not relaxing down to the back of the chair. We want to keep our abdominals engaged, right? So you're scooting a little bit forward so that your back is not right against the chair. Good. From here, extend your left hand out to the side. Take your right hand on top of your head and very, very gently pull your head to the side. So you should feel the stretch again through the neck and the upper trap. This one feels good for me today. Just take a couple deep breaths here. Just think about relaxing and releasing into the stretch. Good, let's take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, relax your arms down to the sides of your body. From here, we're gonna warm up the hands and the fingers a little bit more. So take your hands out, stretch out your fingers. So take the fingers out wide, and then make a ball with your hands. So take the hands in. Do that again, stretch the fingers out wide. You can give them a little wiggle if that feels good. And then take your hands back to a ball. Let's do that a couple more times. Reach out, wiggle those fingers, bring your hands in. One more time, stretch the fingers out, wiggle the fingers if you'd like, and then bring the hands to a fist. Good, relax the arms down. We're going to rotate now to the side of our chair, coming into a side lunge stretch. I'll show you what this looks like. You might want to watch this first and then try to get into the pose. So I'm going to rotate so that my legs are facing towards the side of my chair. And then I'll start by taking my right leg, bending my right knee. So my right knee is not coming all the way to the ground. My knee isn't touching the ground, but it's close. I have pretty long legs too, so your knee might come up a little bit more depending on your body. So from here, you can take your hands on the chair for a little support. Or if you're feeling good, you can put one hand on the side of the chair and then one hand on your hip. Lift your chest. Think about lengthening through the crown of your head. We're just gonna pause here in the stretch. So I'm feeling this in my hip flexor, here and here in both of my legs. So let's breathe here for a moment. Good. Take one more deep breath in, and then a long, slow exhale. You can lift your right foot and then just come to the side of your chair. From here, we're going to extend one leg out at a time to the side. So you can extend your right leg and then bend your knee. And then extend your left leg and bend your knee. Do that again. Extend your right leg and bend your knee. Bring your foot back. And then extend your left leg. Good. So from here, we'll start by extending our right leg. We're going to come into a little bit deeper stretch. You can extend your right leg, and then you can place both of your hands on your left knee. If that feels good to you. You'll start by sitting up tall. And then if you'd like to come a little bit deeper into the stretch, you can start to hinge forward at your waist. If this feels like it's too much for you, you can always just come back to a neutral spine, sitting up tall. So just take a moment, notice what feels good in your body. And then when you find that spot where there's a gentle stretch, we're gonna hold it there for a moment. And I feel this stretch in the hamstring of my right legs. I'm really feeling that one in my hamstring. And it feels good. It's a nice, gentle stretch, but I can feel the stretch. Think about sending your breath to relax and release your hamstring. So we're starting to get into a little bit deeper stretching here. So we're nice and warm. And this is where we start to really increase our flexibility. Good. Let's take one more inhale. And then a long, slow exhale. You can bring your right leg back in. And then take your hands on your chair and start to rotate back to face the front of your chair. You can take your knees out wide. We're going to come into a wide-legged stretch. So take your legs wider than the legs of your chair, and I want you to point your toes out. So point your toes out at about a 45-degree angle. Good. So in this stretch, we're feeling a stretch in the interthighs and in the hips. And again, sit up tall, lift your chest, gently roll the shoulders back. Let's take the hands to prayer center here. Feels good to you, you can close your eyes. Let's focus on our breath for a moment. So we come into this interthigh and hip stretch. Good. Just relaxing and releasing into the stretch. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, you can relax your hands down. One at a time, walk your legs in towards midline. So your feet are coming about as wide as your chair, the legs of your chair. From here, we're gonna do a figure 4 stretch. So I'll show you a couple options in this figure 4 stretch. The first option, we're gonna start on the right, would be to take the right ankle and cross it over the left ankle. So you're just allowing your right knee to fall out to the side. So in the stretch, we're feeling a stretch in the interthigh and the hip. So you could stay right here, this is great. Or if you'd like to take it into a deeper stretch, you can use your hands to lift your right ankle and place it on top of your left thigh. Just let your knee fall out to the side. And this is a deeper stretch. I do feel this more in the interthigh and hip. So just notice what's right for your body. Just respect your body today. All right, so let's take a moment here and breathe. Good. Let's take one more deep breath in. And then a long, slow exhale. You can use your hands to place your foot back down on the floor, and then we'll come to the opposite side. So taking your left ankle, you can do the first option, cross your left ankle over your right ankle. Just allow your knee to fall wide out to the side. Again, we're feeling the stretch in the inner thigh and in the hip. So you're welcome to stay right here if this feels good in your body, or if you'd like to take this to a deeper stretch, you can use your hands to lift your left ankle and place it on top of your right thigh. Just let your knee fall out to the side. We'll find our breath and just breathe here for a moment. Again, if you choose this option, it is a deeper stretch in the inner thigh and hip. Just always remember to respect your body and do what is right for you. Let's take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, you can take your hands and lower your foot back down to your mat. Great job. We're going to start to rotate now to the opposite side. So remember how we brought our legs over to the side of our chair. So go ahead and rotate to the opposite side. And once you're sitting facing sideways, you're going to take your left foot, bend your left knee, and come into that lunge stance again. So again, you can grab onto your chair for a little bit of support and balance here. Or if you're feeling good, you can take your hand to your hip with just one hand on the chair. Either option would be great. Let's pause here for a moment and find our breath. Feeling the stretch in my hip flexor of both of my legs. So it's a good stretch for hip flexor. This is a good one if you're sitting a lot. Good, let's take one more inhale. And then a long, slow exhale. You can bring both of your legs together, facing the side of your chair. And then from here, one leg at a time, we're going to extend our legs. So it looks like this. If you want, you can hold onto your chair for support, or you can place your hands on your thighs. Either option is great. So one at a time, extend your right leg. And then extend your left leg. And we'll do that again. Extend your right leg. And then extend your left leg. So just continue this movement, extending one leg at a time. And we'll do that one more time here. And then this time extend your left leg. And then keep it extended. We're going to come into that stretch, just as we did on the opposite side. So you can start to take both of your hands on your thighs and then sit up tall. If this feels good to you and you'd like to take it a little deeper, you can start to hinge forward from the waist. I feel the stretch all the way down my hamstring here. So listen to your body. Shouldn't be uncomfortable, just a gentle stretch. Once you find that spot where you're feeling a gentle stretch, just pause here for a moment. Good, take one more inhale. And then exhale, slowly release. Bend your knee, bring both legs together. Grab onto your chair and then start to rotate to face the front of your mat. Take your hands to prayer center. Thank you so much for doing this chair yoga practice with me today. I hope to see you soon. Namaste.